Okay, have a look up at this. You might have seen signs like this one across the Lower Mainland. They're part of a years-long effort to control the spread of invasive Japanese beetle. And this year, as 2024 comes to an end, authorities are celebrating what they say is great news in that fight. In 2018, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency's monitoring found over 8,200 Japanese beetles in the city of Vancouver. In 2024, not a single one.
It's great news that we've seen that a huge reduction in beetles over that time. It's really nice to see that all the efforts with this response over the 7-8 year period has really paid off.
In BC, Japanese beetle, aka Popilia japonica, was first discovered around False Creek in 2017. It's invasive, established in Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritimes, where it chews through valuable plants, blueberry crops, corn, maples, elms, 300 species in all, damaging or even killing them.
So if Japanese beetle isn't controlled and allowed to establish in BC, it could provide severe damage to parks, trees, farms, turf, golf courses, horticulture, and agriculture industries.
And Sawa adds, a cross-border agreement means farmers and tree growers in BC would need to meet expensive certification criteria to stop further spread.
So it would have a huge monetary cost to the industry to meet those requirements.
To reduce the chance of that happening, the CFIA has had rules for several years to stop people moving plant material that may contain beetles or larvae from the so-called regulated areas. Authorities urge anyone who thinks they see the beetles or their damage to call the CFIA. They've also hung traps to find where beetles are hiding out, and once found, larvicide can be sprayed. Despite success in Vancouver, the beetles were spotted in other cities in 2024, although generally in lower numbers. In Kamloops, though, the first ever beetle detections were noted. Traps snared 11 of them.
Those weren't a happy find.
Gail Wallen heads up the Invasive Species Council of BC. She and Sawa say work is underway to understand the beetle situation in the interior city.
When we see the numbers in contained and coming down in numbers, that's what you want to see. And that's a normal practice when you're tackling an invasive species. You have to look for them first, you have to find them, and then usually there's way more of them than what you expected.
Now, she says the lesson out of Vancouver's success for other cities is that it took landowners and different levels of government all working together to squash these bugs. Liam Britton, CBC News, Vancouver.